Hi Gemini, this will be your December reading, and I'd like to say Merry Christmas to everyone, in December. And I'm not gonna lie, your reading's a little heavy, and I can totally relate to it because it feels to me like a single parent, and that's the hardest job in the world, is being a single parent. But that's the definite feeling I got from this reading, okay? So, out of the Rider-Waite deck, I pulled, the bottom of the deck was a 10 of Wands. So you're definitely way overburdened, like way, way, way overburdened. Doing everything by yourself, I feel like it's almost like despair and just completely overwhelmed. You have way too much on your plate for sure. You have way too much responsibility. It's almost like I dread getting up in the morning sort of feeling, like, God dang it, and even like throughout the day and at night, and you're worrying about the bills and the finances and all that sort of stuff, and the job. Maybe you have 2 jobs, it's just too much. It's just way too much for one person. It's just way too much. But on the positive end, I look at all this growth. We don't grow from everything all being rainbows and unicorns, right? No, we grow from adversity. We grow from the lows in life, all the bad things that happen, or we perceive it as bad, but it always ends up being, for the good. And you always grow, and you're always a better person for it. So I would just say hang in there. Just hang in there. I had to do it. I raised 3 children on my own. No child support, no help emotionally, financially, or anything else. So if I can do it, you can do it. And I just got my last kid out of the house, but she was 28, so she just now moved out. So it can be a long, long road, a long road. But it's worth it. It's worth all the growth. It's worth whatever you have to go through. So just hang in there, all right? And then the next card I pulled for you was the 2 of Pentacles. So, life is a roller coaster back here, right? I think it is for everyone, even people who have money and have success and all of that. But you're standing on solid ground, so you're okay. You're okay. But you're just having to juggle all this, having to juggle kids, finances, home, groceries, the car being fixed, just like all that kind of stuff, and tags and insurance and taxes. All the stuff that you don't want to deal with, I feel like it's in this card, or in both of these cards. I feel like you're, of course, you're multitasking here. You're trying to keep the balance. You're trying to keep the balance financially and emotionally. But I feel like the roughest part is in the past, because you're standing on solid ground. So I feel like the worst of it is over. So just take that as it resonates. But I feel like you're just having to be flexible and adaptable. It could have to do with a bad partnerships or a bad marriage. I also feel like it has to do with spirituality, praying for help, wearing many hats, because look how tall his hat is. It just seems like there's many hats stacked on top of one another, just having to be mother, father, cook, wash, or, like just everything. You're having to do everything. So it felt like it was going back to being single, like a single parent. So, or it's something very similar to being a single parent. But I can't imagine what, besides maybe 2 jobs or child support or, something like that. Or court issues and things like that. But man, I think it's really hard being a single parent. But you can do it. If I did it, you can do it, all right? So just hang in there and just one day at a time. Don't think of everything. Don't think of your whole life. Don't think of 5 years from now. Don't even think 5 minutes from now. Just one step at a time. And that's what's helped me, is just taking one step at a time and not thinking too much in the future, not dreading too much in the future and all that sort of thing, right? And then I pulled a crystal angel card for you, and I pulled appetite. I don't have an actual stone to show you, but you could pause the video and meditate on this. You could also Google what an appetite stone looks like, and then you could also meditate on that as well. I think it would be very helpful. And I'll read it out of the book too. I don't usually read the whole thing out of the book. I usually just read this thing at the bottom, little sentence, but I'll read this to you out of the book for help you with more clarity, okay? It says, progress, not perfection. Don't compare yourself to others or judge yourself. Instead, focus upon how far you've come and all that you've learned. How far you've come. And I don't read this beforehand, so it's a surprise to me too. But look, how far you've come. Look how far you've come and how much you've learned. I mean, that's perfect. That's perfect for this reading. Okay, so it says, this card is a sign that you may be holding perfectionistic judgments about yourself that are blocking you. I do the same thing. Perhaps there's a fear that if you or your work isn't perfect, you won't receive what you need. True, right? God and your guardian angels are reassuring you that you're spiritually perfect, because you were made in God's image and likeness. You needn't try to be humanly perfect. In fact, nobody is perfect in the human sense. Everyone is a work in progress, right? So we all are, and none of us are perfect, that's for sure. Your guardian angels want you to focus upon the progress you've made and acknowledge your success. Please don't be so hard on yourself and stop judging yourself. You are lovable, inside and out. If anyone is criticizing you, especially abusively, get away from them. You deserve to be with people who are supportive, kind, and encouraging. Right? That's so true. And I did have a feeling about a bad marriage with the Rider-Waite cards. So yeah, if anyone is criticizing you, especially abusively, get away from them. But because abuse only gets worse and worse and worse, to where it's physical abuse. The mental abuse is bad enough, but physical abuse on top of mental abuse, that's just intolerable and should not be tolerated, right? So I hope you're not in that situation. About appetite. This gorgeous translucent blue or green stone is a rare variety of phosphate mineral, which is more often ground up in addition to fertilizer. Which is more often ground up as an addition to fertilizer. Interestingly, the word appetite stems from the Greek the Greek word for deceptive or misleading because the crystal is often confused with other stones. You can use apatite to fertilize and grow healthy and honest communication within relationships. It's also helpful for divine communication and receiving epiphany insights. Well, that's interesting. Well, it's good for communication if you are in kind of a bad situation or relationship, you know what I mean? But still, I would say not to stay in it if someone's being abusive in any way, shape, or form. And then I pulled a yes or no, how and when for you. So you know it's a double deck. So you tried catching the bird of luck by its tail, but you missed the best moment to do so. Still, luck always returns. Situations present other options. Happiness only a matter of luck and timing anyway. Happiness is only a matter of luck and timing anyway. Expect huge changes in your life to attract a colorful and enjoyable atmosphere. It doesn't get luckier than that. So things are looking up. That's awesome. The wall of obstacles recedes. Fantastic. Revealing new doors that stand closed for you. Just remember that it's quicker to kick down a door than politely knock. Using your inherent ingenuity, you accomplish your goals with admirable grace. Wow. Well, that was funny, wasn't it? The wall of obstacles recedes, revealing new doors that stand closed for you. Just remember that it's quicker to kick down a door than politely knock. Using your inherent ingenuity, you accomplish your goals with admirable grace. Okay, so you might need to knock on a few doors if you're looking for a different job or something like that. Or if somebody's not paying their child support or something like that, you might have to take them back to court. But anyway, you have the strength to do it. And you can do it because Geminis are strong. So you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it for sure. So anyway, it's just a little bit of a heavy reading, but things are looking up, and just go for what you want, you know? And like, don't take no for an answer. If you're needing that child support, you know, call a lawyer, get it worked out to where, you know, the husband pays for the lawyer and the back child support and that sort of thing, you know. So yeah, because just being nice sometimes, people, well, they'll take, you know, niceness, they'll just take it for granted. Like, I'm trying to think of the saying. Take niceness for weakness. They'll take niceness for weakness. But you are not weak. You are strong. So, you know, get what you need, get what you want, get what you need for your kids or whatever. And just don't let this person bully you or back you into a corner, because you can always fight your way out, okay? All right, Gemini, I hope you guys have a good December. I'm sorry that it looks so, you know, not a little bleak right now. But things will work out, and other doors will open. So some doors close, others will open, all right? Okay. Try to have a good rest of your month and good luck with the situation. And I will say a prayer for you, okay? All right. I hope to see you on the next one. Bye-bye.